from Cole Palmer not having one of his best games, and this has been going on for a while. I mean, he has not been in form, to Cucurella having the saving goal and Enzo Fernandez, of course, participating with the assists, we have been able to get a result from Leicester City, and we have been able to get a win in terms of the Premier League. We are back in the top 4, guys. I mean, in terms of what is going on in Chelsea, our last 10 games have not been the best in terms of the Premier League. But of course, we have the Conference League that is going okay for us. Yes, we had a game towards the end of the week where we were able to get a result from Copenhagen, a 2-1 win from Copenhagen. But in terms of this game against Leicester City, it was a close shave. We almost gave this game away, almost giving them an own goal. But all in all, we were able to come up on top with 3 points. And of course, these 3 points were very important for us. In terms of Man City, of course, Man City had its loss to Nottingham Forest to give us the advantage of bridging the gap further, whereby we were able to go back to the top 4. Now, this position is not quite stable for us as Chelsea, because anything can happen at any time, and any team, if they decide, you know what, we actually want to go back in the top 4 between Manchester City and Brighton, who are just slightly behind us with so big of a margin, it is not a wonder if we are not able to stay in the top 4. I mean, this game was incredible. With Cole Palmer missing a penalty, we would have had 3 goals in total, if not for the possibility of the missed goals. We had quite some shots on target. It was just not the game for us to get high goals. But then again, we got the win, so we'll take it. And as I'm speaking right now, Arsenal and Man United is currently ongoing, and this is whereby I am rooting for the referee, and I hope both teams lose. So if you're new to the channel, please make sure you like the video, share it with your family and friends. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. So let's jump right into it. In terms of the starting 11, we had a 3-4-2-1 formation with Sanchez in goal. Of course, in terms of the goalkeeper position, we have a struggle. I mean, in terms of Jorgensen and in terms of Sanchez, yeah, they have their good days and they have their bad days. Some days they can decide to actually play well, other days we'll just have to sort ourselves out as Chelsea fans. So in terms of the back 4, we had Wesley Fofana, we had Tosin Adarabioyo, we had Levi Colwill, we had Marco Cucurella. Then in terms of the midfield, we had Enzo Fernandez and Mose Caicedo. Then in terms of the forwards, we had Pedro Neto, we had Palmer, we had Sancho, then we had Nkunku. So that is in terms of the forwards. And in terms of the team that represented us for this game, of course, we were having home advantage, and it's safe to say the fans showed up. In terms of possession, of course, we carried most of the possession throughout the game. And in terms of the attempted shots, we had quite a number, especially in the first half. They were not converted from even a penalty that we were not able to convert, which had us by 0-0 by halftime. And of course, this was not quite uplifting. So in terms of the first half, as I mentioned, we had quite a number of attempted shots. Now, of course, quite memorable. We were able to get a penalty by the 25th minute. And of course, who else to take the penalty but Cole Palmer? But in terms of Cole Palmer, this again was not it. This was not his night. Of course, coming to this game, we have not been in form. Other than the past game where we've collected a win, Chelsea has not been in form whatsoever. And of course, the Conference League, yeah, let us just say we've not been doing so well in the Premier League. So overall, our form has been low. And is it safe to say that because of Chelsea overall form, it is affecting the team, it is affecting Cole Palmer, and it is affecting Cole Palmer's scoring abilities? Is it safe to say that? I mean, in terms of his goal contribution, he has not been able to convert his goals. And more so today, we had a penalty that he was not able to get in, spoiling his perfect record of getting the penalty scores if he gets the opportunity nationally and for his club. So it was a bummer for Cole Palmer. I would say this was not his game. Then again, we had Tosin Adarabioyo almost giving us an own goal, but it was cleared luckily for us. But then again, that was how the first half went. So 0-0 by halftime, and I was not feeling confident whatsoever. In fact, in terms of the second half, I was feeling quite nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I was hoping for substitutions. I mean, we're rushing players like Fofana to substitute for the injuries that are numerous in Chelsea, so I was not surprised. So in terms of the second half, still no substitutions, but then again it worked to our advantage, and we were finally able to have a banging goal by the 60th minute by Marco Cucurella and the assist from Enzo Fernandez. In terms of this goal, it was definitely a banging goal. Of course, it was outside the box, and it was a very incredible goal if you ask me. And Cucurella came to save the day, because it was looking as if we were going to have to settle for a draw. And as I mentioned, we really should have taken advantage of the fact that Man City have lost their game. So in terms of this game, this was actually the better result. In terms of the number of goals, we were able to keep a clean sheet, so there's that. In terms of the number of goals, we were not on the higher amount of goals, maybe not 4 or 5, but a win is a win. We take our 3 points, and we're happy with that. So in terms of substitutions, 3rd minute, we had Derek George came in for Palmer, then we had Wesley Fofana going out, Chalobah coming in for him. Then finally, we had Acheampong coming in place of Nkunku. As I mentioned, Arsenal versus Man United is currently going on at the moment, and it's going to be interesting to see how the game actually pans out. Of course, Man United are in the bottom half of the Premier League table, currently 14th or 15th, if I'm not wrong. So this game, if they win it, will definitely be a boost for their results, for their performance in the Premier League table. At this point, it looks like United might be relegated if they're not careful, but just give up your past glory. You're not who you were before. So in terms of this game, of course, match week 28 is concluding, and of course we're currently in the top 4. Can we finish in the top 4? Yes, the season is almost completing. The season is almost over. How will we fare in terms of this season? This will be Maresca's first season in charge of Chelsea, so it's going to be interesting to see, because we've been kicked out of the other domestic titles. So we have the Premier League and of course the Conference League, where I feel like we should just carry the title home. No stories, no cases, because we are not even supposed to be playing in the Conference League. I don't need to be saying this. So in terms of our next 5 fixtures, quite interesting fixtures. We will have some fixtures in the Conference League. We go back to Copenhagen midweek. Then we'll be facing Arsenal. We'll be facing Tottenham. Then we'll be facing Brentford. And finally, Ipswich. Of course, I will not be surprised if in between we have some more fixtures coming in for the Conference League. But in terms of course, some of the results of match week 28, we have Nottingham Forest that were able to get a result from Man City, a 1-0 win, which has given them the advantage of staying in 3rd, and Man City falling back to 5th, allowing us to stay at 4th. But can Arsenal drop points? They have 55 points at the moment. Liverpool is at 70 points, so it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. I mean, what a season it's turning out to be. But then again, we have our 3 points. That is in terms of what is going on in Chelsea. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the content, please make sure you like the video, share it with your family and friends. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye, guys.